You know, one of the most difficult things about working out and doing a program is after a while, you just kind of lose motivation. You're kind of like, well, I've been doing this for a little bit. I don't see results. I'm kind of tired. Let me just stop. And you kind of lose the flair that you came with at the start. It's kind of the same as how at the start of every year, new year, new me. But then as time goes on, maybe something happens to you that's negative, especially when something happens to you that's negative, you start to lose hope. And you start to revert back to whatever you were doing before. Today's daily tip is one that's a little bit more mentality based. It's not actually a physical exercise. Today's daily tip, and I'm going to quote a very wise man, is to learn how to suffer in order to suffer less. Now, that might sound like a very, very gloomy, like a very dreadful thing to do. What are you talking about? Learn how to suffer. That I don't want to suffer at all. But what I've come to learn is that there's going to be suffering in our lives regardless. There's going to be days, much like this one, where it's kind of gloomy outside. It's not all sunshine and rainbows today. And there's going to be times when in your program that you were really hyped about at the start, you're going to feel kind of down about it. You're going to feel kind of hopeless about it. You're going to feel like, in reality, I can't really do this. Let me just watch this movie and binge eat and binge watch and blah blah blah, and let me. And you'll get in that state of mind. But I think the important thing is if we can learn to suffer, meaning, in my opinion, to learn how to exist within discomfort. So when it's gloomy outside, when it's raining, when you just got back from work, when you just got some bad news from a relative, learn to sit in the situation and understand that these moments will come. There are ebbs and flows. Funnily enough, my dad might be one of the wisest people I know, because he told me that life has ups and downs. You always think, I feel like we always think we're going to get these great teachings from mentors that are far away, or people that we don't know, or some wise master. Sometimes it comes from really close by. My dad told me life is ups and downs. And he's totally right. You have to learn to work properly, function well within the lows. Honestly, even Drake said it. Even Drake said, what did Drake say? He said in one of his songs, he was like, I learned working with the negatives could make a better picture. I think it was in Take Care when he said that, in his album Take Care. Anyway, I digress. So, to make it more of a tactile thing that you can do, on a day when it's raining, like this one, count your blessings. This is a good practice to do. This is something you can literally do in order to learn how to exist well in your uncomfortable times. Count your blessings. The host of Family Feud, he has a lot of different videos where he talks about being someone who knows how to recognize the things that they should be you know, happy about. I'm alive. I'm happy about that. I have a house that I'm living in. I have food that I can eat. I have clothes on my back. A, B, C, D, E. It goes on and on and on. So, in order to learn how to exist well in low times, maybe your car broke down, remember that you're still alive. Remember that you can still speak. Remember that you can still see. There are plenty of blind people. There are plenty of paraplegics, so on and so forth. And in this, when you're able to recognize this, when you're able to know the good that is within your uncomfortable, your down moments, you can exist for another moment. And when you're able to exist for another moment, you can keep going and you can get to a positive moment. You can get to a high. So when you're in the middle of this program and you really want to stop, you're doing the exercise and you really want to stop, learn to just take a moment and understand that it's a low moment, but it will go back to a high moment. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. So that's today's daily tip. I want you guys to hold this close to you, and it's not really a daily tip. It's kind of just an everlasting tip. When you're in your lows, learn how to suffer, so you suffer less. If you learn how to do this, I promise you'll start seeing that those lows start to seem like they're happening less often because you're learning how to deal with them better. Keep an open mind, and stay positive, people. And I am out.